Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. She's 9 Ether, where we don't sugarcoat anything, honey, because what's the point of sugarcoating things anymore? Like, you might as well just say things as they are, to be honest. So yeah, and in today's video we are going to be talking and discussing on the topics of bitter, jealous mothers. Yeah, you heard me. We're gonna be talking about mothers. We're gonna be talking about mothers. Yay! Because even though we know that most mothers are maternal and nurturing, like on a scale, you know, sort of ratio, like most mothers are. But then we get the mothers that are not. And they're typically their child's first bully. And they're typically their child's first, you know, disappointment or heartbreak. Or, you know, they've now seen their child. They're now seeing their child as their daughter, let's say, because we're talking about daughters and mothers' relationship in this episode. So they're seeing their daughters as competition, and they're trying to compete with them, whether the father is present or not in their lives. Yeah. So that's what we're literally just going to be delving in about and talking about and exploring different themes about that today in this episode, and where we have gone wrong in the situation and where we could do better in the situation. So you guys are going to see different, you know, examples of situations that are on the internet for anyone to discuss and talk about, because yeah, they brought it on the internet, so it's up for discussion clearly. So yeah, just stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a good episode. Grab some popcorn. Yeah, grab some popcorn, grab your favorite drink, grab that little zubby or whatever. If you know, and if you know, you know. And yeah, let's chat in the comments too.
Don't understand.
And when do I fix salmon?
You're right, and that was my mistake, but all I'm gonna say is and leave it at that. Of course, I'm still gonna do my series and continue to cook, but when you take out your time and truly make a meal for somebody, I'm gonna just have to take my feelings out of it if you're not my mama, because I don't think I've ever eaten any of your food and all I had to say about it was, well, it ain't nasty. I don't think I've ever, but anyway, hope y'all enjoy it. That's just what comes with cooking for you.
If you want to say it that way, so don't even try it. And then you get mad at me because of what you fixed for me. I didn't say it was nasty.
It just takes away the excitement of me making something, showing you that I can cook. It takes away from the excitement when it's a grim fun. And even with, I could get it. I understand if you say, well, it's a 7 because you saying because I don't eat salmon, because it's no tomatoes. I already took all that time cooking the food, and then you barely having anything to say about it. Like, I don't know, you wouldn't understand until you were in my shoes. And that's how anything is with life. You don't know how it feels until it's you. And of course, for my cooking series, I want you to be honest. I want you to give your opinion, but you barely even have anything to say. And I feel like I put a lot into this. I put a lot of thought into making it. I put a lot of effort to make sure I didn't burn your food. I burned one side of my bread, but I didn't burn yours. I put a lot of seed trying to make sure it tastes good, because in the past you called my food bland, but then you don't have nothing to say about it. All that work I did, and all I get is, it ain't nasty.
Well, you seem to be, from what I gather from you right now, you seem to be saying how to cook. Off the record of this, that was done in the air fryer. Can you fry those fries? And this fries is not cooking. Maybe you're not saying that. I didn't say it was nasty.
I said, why do you rate it a 7? That means you explain what is it about the sandwich that doesn't make it a 10.
I think I'm just not an all salmon eater. That don't make sense.
Well, I think it's a little unfair for you to rate the sandwich lower just because you don't like salmon. You're supposed to eat the sandwich and rate it how it is as a grilled cheese with salmon sandwich. But it's okay, I get it. You don't like salmon, so you don't care for the sandwich, period.
I don't dislike salmon.
what we just saw right there, guys, that clip that you just saw, that 3-minute clip, was basically the whole Juwanna Eats and was like their whole, you know, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it beef. But yeah, let's just call it beef, I guess. Yeah, it was the whole beef going on between this mother and daughter YouTube stars, I'll say. So they started out on YouTube around COVID times 2020. And the daughter, it was actually the daughter's idea, and they started off by doing like mukbangs, and then she introduced her mum to doing some mukbangs with her, and then they made another channel together doing mukbangs, and they got pretty popular pretty quickly. And yeah, people loved their mother-daughter dynamic. They thought the mother's I guess wittiness was funny, while they thought that the daughter was just being the daughter, you know, a normal respective daughter. And their dynamic of the relationship that they portrayed was, I guess, like, it was always civil, like nothing truly went on. The daughter looked after the mother when she was sick, when she had her eye problem recently, and she was bedbound and she couldn't see. Yeah, their pranks were funny, their pranks were good. I used to watch their pranks, so seeing Em go through this, Em is the daughter, by the way. Her actual name on social media isn't out there yet, but Em is the daughter, Juwanna is the mother, and yeah. Oh, I think she's even wearing sunglasses in this video, because this is when she was in the hospital for her eye, when she couldn't see, and her daughter was taking care of her like 24/7 and everything. Yeah, and in that video we could see that the mum, with the looks and everything, she's just being very passive aggressive and just being very unappreciative and just kind of narcissistic, in a sense of like, you didn't ask me what I want, so therefore don't assume and guess you should ask me, even though I told you just get me this. Like, she's just being very fussy, acting like a kid, and it's just not a great look. And a lot of people actually said that they actually clocked on to their mother's behaviour to the daughter, because this is just a short clip, by the way, but there's a whole thing going on TikTok about it. That's just a short breakdown, as I gave you, about their dynamic as everyone knew it. So the fact that the mother didn't end up coming to the daughter's graduation, because shortly after the mum's mum passed away, this mother and daughter entered a really rocky, uncertain dynamic between them in their relationship, as the daughter came on social media to say, because she basically got kicked out of her mother's house as well. So that was, I guess, the catalyst, like, all of this, her being kicked out. And then, like, the final straw, I guess, was her mum actually not coming to her only child's graduation. And bearing in mind, we've been given evidence as well of the fact that the daughter didn't do anything bad or disrespectful to the mother. The mother just, I guess, couldn't control her anymore like the way she wanted to, or maybe the daughter was now like adding boundaries back into her life and stuff with the mother, and the mother didn't like that. Most of the times we see that as the daughter wants to gain any sort of like independence or wants to go down a different route in life, typically some mothers, they do get jealous and start trying to sabotage their daughters from like spreading their wings and growing up, especially when they see that, wow, like, my daughter is in her youth, she's in her prime, she's a beautiful young lady, and she's making her own money, she's delving deep into her own career, things are going great for her, the EGM with the YouTube channel being so successful, and she's like a social media influencer as well, in terms of, I guess, like, you know, like wigs and things, and like, cause like she also, the daughter's also on TikTok, and some of their pranks and things are shown on there too, and stuff like that. So yeah, the daughter has actually gotten so much more transparent with her life and with herself, just with what everything's going on through just like through this, what she's been going through. So that has been nice to see. It's opened like obviously a bigger insight on what's actually going on in their relationship. So yeah, as I was saying, like once some mothers realize that their daughters want to spread their wings and they're going down a different path, and they just want to like gain some independence. Like they're not a kid anymore. They're not going to say yes to you for everything, and they're going to want to challenge you on some things, or like on certain opinions, because they're also their own person as well. They're grown into their own person. Like, mothers need to realize your daughters are not extensions of you. They are meant to be better than you. You should want your daughter to be better than you anyway. Why? Because you would want them to have better experiences, better opportunities, better environments anyway. Just have it better than you did growing up, because that's what that motherly instinct is and it's all about. It's about protecting your child and distilling good principles and values and morals in them, so as they grow older into young adults, into adulthood, and they're able to because I believe Emma's in her early 20s now. She's graduated college and everything, so it's like you should be expecting her now to, you know, move out and like just make her own choices in life now, and you should respect that as a mother, knowing that you've done the inner work, you've done the work that you had to do, that you should have been doing to raise your daughter properly with those morals and everything. So you should have that trust in your daughter and stuff. You shouldn't want to be, you know, quote unquote beefing your child because they have different values or different opinions to you, or because they're living a different lifestyle to you than what you thought they would have been living with your expectation in your head of them, which is just so unfair. Because your child, as I said, is not an extension of you. Your daughter is they're their own whole human being. And if you're gonna come around your daughter, say, because this is about mothers and daughters dynamics, if you're gonna come around your daughter and you expect to still be in your daughter's life growing up throughout her early 20s, her late 20s, her 30s and everything, you need to be making sure that you're not holding the title, the label of being a bitter mother and, you know, being jealous towards your child. And I'm using the word jealous and everything because that's what the whole of social media was displaying. It was black and white. You could see it because, as I said, they were, you know, they didn't have much. Em said that her mother gave her, you know, basic needs as a child, you know, food, shelter, water, clothes on her back, put her through education, through school, obviously, and that was about it. Obviously, college, she received scholarships, so that was free. Her tuition was free and everything, so I guess that helped. But she was the one who introduced her family and put them in a better position in life, financially and just everything, because it was her idea to start a YouTube channel and bring the mum onto the platform where they started doing mock pranks and things. So I just feel like, if anything, she should be in a position where she's thanking her daughter and helping her daughter and grateful to her daughter, not trying to be jealous of her daughter and bring her daughter down. And the worst straw of it all, like the last straw of it all, the cherry on top, not coming to your daughter's graduation, and for bullshit excuses like, I thought you were gonna invite your auntie, her sister, which she's apparently beefing with, and it's like, So that gave you an excuse to not come to your child's graduation. And then even like refusing for, and then kicking the daughter out of the house, and then refusing to like let your daughter come and collect her things, which your daughter had to then, in her last 3 weeks, I believe, or 3 months, I believe, of college, she had to stay in like some dormant campus, and just like kind of like readjust her life and just go through a whole lot with the stress of doing finals and just finishing college, getting ready to graduate. And then you have the audacity to not come to your daughter's graduation as well. Like, that's crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Like, I'm sorry, but I just can't justify any sort of justification for that as to why you're gonna now do that, especially with the opportunities and the luxury and just the comfortability and everything in every good aspect of what your daughter has provided for your family. And you're gonna turn around and do this to her when she needed you the most while she was walking down the aisle. You're like, everyone knows how hard and tough college is. Some days you don't even feel like you're going to finish college or university because it's so tough. And to not have your only parent there that's been active in your life since birth come, especially when you formally invited them and said like they should personally come and they didn't because of their petty, stupid reasons. That's absolutely crazy. So Em had all the justification to crash out and speak her truth against the mother and her wrongdoings and how it has affected her, because I can't believe it. So this is just one example, and in the example it also just shows like what you see on camera, the relationship dynamics you see on camera in families may not always be what it's like off of camera, because some people, I myself was able to see through actually watching their channel on YouTube, that through some of their pranks and things, the mum would be given a lot, and like the mukbangs, the mum would give a lot of like, you know, sly, snarky, you know, gnarly comments and remarks. There was a lot of like very questionable side eyes, very questionable side eyes throughout the video, throughout like some of their videos on YouTube. And I kind of got like because I'm very highly like intuitive, like my instincts just kept telling me that there's something fishy about this relationship, like there's something fishy about her. Now I'm not saying everyone's going to be perfect 24/7. Now I'm not saying every dynamic is going to be perfect on and off of camera 24/7. Hell no. Me myself, I've had my fair share of my dysfunctional family, you know, relationships and whatnot, so I get it. But in this dynamic, in this thing, like she has no right, like she has no, what's it called, she has no fuel to be doing this, because Em hasn't done anything to her as a daughter. If anything, Em has only been there for her, held their family down, introduced their family to a better lifestyle, taking care of it, and just taking care of her even when she was sick. As in this video, she's wearing the sunglasses because she couldn't see, and her daughter took care of her 24/7, day and night. She was the only one there for her. So for the mum to now come back in her face and throw it, especially when the mum just lost her mum, and you know this is your only daughter, your only child, and you're gonna now not come to her graduation, and you're gonna kick her out the house and things and treat her this way, is absolutely crazy. Like, there's no justification for that. I'm not condoning any sort of it, and the mothers need to stop doing this to their daughters. Like, stop treating them badly when they haven't done anything to you, for you to now react that way. And you've just lost your mum. You only have one child, one daughter, one child, and you're now going to treat your child that way when you've just lost your mum, when this should be the crucial moment where you guys should be coming together most to bond and spend that time together that you guys don't even know how much you have. and now your daughter's moved out, got her own big place, thriving and living life with a whole support system of just like, you know, like internet family and just other stuff like that, and you're just posting on social media like everything's all dilly dally happy, everything's all great. It's crazy.
I think we need to say, hey, what's up, wannabes and M&Ms? What's up, wannabes and M&Ms? I'm M.
And I won.
What's up, wannabes and M&Ms? I'm M. What's up, wannabes and M&Ms? I'm M.
And I won.
And we're back with another biggity banger. We might have to take a short break. I'm not saying a long break, but a short break. We have lost my grandmother. And so you all know how much she meant to us and how long we've had her with us. So we will, I'm excusing my mom from this because although we are both hurt, her hurt is different from mine. That was her mother. That was my grandmother, but that was her mother. And I can only imagine. I'm sitting in the driveway of my mom's house and I'm pretty sad. She really doesn't want to be around me or let me around her. I haven't seen my follow in so long, and I miss her so much. I hate the situation that I'm in, but I'm just praying that this is leading to something that God has planned for me. It's gotta be, because He's never just left me by myself like this ever, and I know He wouldn't start now.
So guys, yeah, as you can see, like in the background, like a lot of people on TikTok and on social media were actually clocking on and making a lot of these edits of their past YouTube videos, where all of like the faces were being made, like the side eyes, the mumbling comments underneath the breath, and just like the passive aggressiveness that we could see exuding from the mother to the daughter in a lot of their YouTube videos. And the daughter obviously has been to therapy and everything, and throughout her therapy sessions she actually revealed to us that the therapist also said before that the mum acts like this towards her because the mum is jealous of her daughter actually. So it has already been brought to light about the mum's behavior to the daughter. So the daughter was already aware of it, and the mum was already like display, and so yeah, like the daughter was already aware of it, but I feel like this is the thing, this like through this period of her life was for the first time that she'd actually like grasped it, like, wow, my mother is actually jealous of me, and like she is actually treating me bad, and she doesn't care about her actions, or she's gonna take no sort of accountability. And her final sort of showing me that she doesn't care about me, that she doesn't really have love for me like that, was actually refusing to come to my graduation, her only child's graduation at that. So like such a crucial, pivotal time in a young woman's life. So it's like, yeah, I think that's what kind of just like clicked for her, and like just made her made M come to terms with everything about how her mother has been treating her.
Nobody's watching me, it's my anxiety. Nobody's watching me, it's my anxiety. Nobody's watching me, it's my anxiety.
You'd understand why I'm free. I was born to be, that's me, born to walk through the fire. My mama raised me to be.
Yeah, so the clips you guys have just watched literally shows the mum's response to when the daughter came on social media just explaining literally like her life, like what she's just going through in life right now, which was, you know, trying to finish college and graduate, the whole thing with her graduation and who's coming to it, how lonely she's gonna be, and just what she's going through, her having to move houses and everything last minute, and just going through a lot of chaos, her not being able to be with her dog, and that just causes so much more anxiety and stress. It was a lot. And these are the type of TikToks that the mum was just posting in response to everything, because obviously she saw what was going on. People were messaging the mum, obviously, in the mum's comments, and I'm just so happy that in the comments of the mum, people were actually like holding her accountable, holding the mother accountable with how she's treating and behaving to her daughter, especially just as she's also lost her own mum, RIP. So it's like, how do you still have that, like, a dark heart like that, and the audacity to treat your daughter like that, and to not show up for her at one of her most pivotal moments in life? Is absolutely ludicrous to me, and I don't support the mum or condone or respect what the mum's doing in any way, shape or form. And I'm happy that everyone on the internet as well, who's seeing this, is also like telling the mum where she's wrong in the mum's comments and things, because this is absolutely crazy to just think that it's okay to treat your only child like that and just go on with it. And it just causes me to kind of meander on like a similar topic to this, but a slightly different topic, which would be a different video, on the fact that mothers, boy mums, they would never do this to their sons. If M was a boy, the mother wouldn't be doing this to M, because we all know how boy mums feel about their sons and how they enable literally almost anything. But that's a whole topic for another. That's a whole conversation for another day, because boy, like, that goes so deep and there's so much to say about that. But nevertheless, it still kind of correlates to this one, and it just puts a deeper emphasis on this topic, with the fact that mother and daughter relationship dynamics are often dark and tainted, when you really know what's going on behind closed doors, when you really have a close eye into the relationship, or when you're given insight to how the relationship actually is. I'm not saying 100% of the time, of course not, but the majority of the time. Like, this is a pattern. She's just a popular example of that, really came out of nowhere, really, which just shows that it could be the female daughter relationships that are on the internet or whatever, that people may idolize or compare themselves to, their own relationships to, but in actual reality, this was the dynamic all along, and this was what was going on all along, because this wasn't the only thing that made them and the whole relationship like get to this point. This was just the situation with the whole graduation and moving houses and everything, and the grandma dying. I just feel like this was the catalyst. This was where the mask finally fell off, and the mother could no longer hide her true feelings towards the daughter, or how she truly felt about her daughter, and it came out. Yeah, which is just shockingly disappointing, because what the absolute helly, like mothers, you gotta be doing better. You have to be treating your daughters better, because I guarantee you, if this was the son, I guarantee you the mum would not be kicking the son out of the house. The mum would have shown up to the son's graduation regardless of what he did or whatever, and yeah, she would have just shown up for him more, and she would have never escalated the situation to now her daughter basically just say, you know what, let's just go no contact, because clearly you don't like me. Clearly, like, this was M's turning point, where M realised, and it clicked for her 100%, that her mum does not fuck with her. Her mum does not like her. Her mum is not rooting for her. I'm going to add in more clips to show you, like, other clips and stuff. So, yeah, stay tuned. If you've made it this far into the video, I want you to comment down below the girl emoji. So actually, let me make it more specific. I want you to comment a white heart. Comment a white heart if you made it this far into the video.
Finding and liking certain comments, and y'all have been sending them to me. So I'm going to react to them. Someone said, y'all do realize that her mother not telling her side of the story is her protecting her child out of love. As soon as she comes out and tells her side, the daughter will look crazy. Those with discernment know those stories against mama by her child is lies. First and foremost, that comment does not bother me. I get those types of comments on my videos all the time, and I don't care, because you don't know, like, I can't be mad at somebody who doesn't know the full truth. But the fact that she's loving the comment, that means she's in agreement with it, or she somehow, you know, why would my mom be protecting me if she doesn't even care for me? And when I say that, I'm not bashing her, but I'm telling you the truth. Any parent that cares for their child would make sure they were at their college graduation. Point blank, period. If she doesn't care for me enough to come to my graduation, why does she care for me enough to protect me? Someone else said, right, they making all these assumptions about her circumstances, talking about she's jealous of her success. I don't like hearing that. If you watch my channel, you will know I don't even like for people to tell me that my mom is jealous of me. That hurts my heart. How we know the mama don't got it? Okay, skipping that. From the videos, her blah, 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 holding together. And who you know with 2 Christmas gifts be walking around with lace fronts with their hair done all the time. And if you grew up in church, you would know Christmas is not about gifts. And if it was so bad, why didn't she leave before 24? Okay, first and foremost, when you saw me with lace fronts, that's what I bought with my own money. My own YouTube money. Once I started making money on my own. Why is everybody texting me right now? Of course I had my hair done all the time. I'm a wig influencer. They send them every week. And on top of that, I pay for the installs with my YouTube money. What does she have to do with that? Mind you, the only reason why I'm addressing this is because she liked the comment. I don't care what y'all say. She said, and if it was so bad, why didn't she leave before 24? And she liking the comment again. First and foremost, I wasn't allowed to move out. I didn't even know I had the right to move out. If you grew up in a household where your parents are strict, and they are strict all the way up into your teenage years, it does not stop when you turn 18. I was 20 years old, and I had to be in the house by 11, and I was paying half of all the bills, and sometimes all the bills. This is a reply. There isn't anything you can tell me. She said I only bought Christmas gifts for her only twice. She also said, okay, we're going to just address the Christmas gifts. I'm really upset with myself that I let myself get so hurt and angry that I released that information, but I'm not. Mom didn't come to my graduation had nothing to do with why she put me out. You didn't even know it had nothing to do with what I have done to her. She didn't come to my graduation because she thought that I invited my aunt that she does not like, or they do not like each other. So she did not come to my graduation. She literally said to me, I sent her the invitation. Across the top of the invitation, it says, "You're invited." She responded to me and said, I don't know if you're inviting me, but I refuse to be put on the same level and such if you invited her. Also, I don't feel comfortable texting you because it might end up on the internet. Yup. Because why in the world you're not coming to my graduation? They was going to see it anyway. They watching anyway. And just like I said, all eyes was on me to see who was at my graduation. And you didn't even know. First told me that, it repulsed me. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear that their parent is jealous of them? If you know, I understand that a lot of y'all, because y'all ain't the first ones that said it. My counselor was my therapist was the first person to say that, and it's hard for me to listen to. It's hard for me to accept because I love her. There's no reason for her to be jealous of me, because whatever it is that she sees in me that she wishes she had in herself, Lord knows I'll give it to you, Mama. I promise you I'll help you become that. You don't have to treat me like this. I'm gonna have to cut that part out. That's too much. But seriously, I hate to hear that. I appreciate her concern about.
So as you can see, the mum is not remorseful for anything she's done or any of her actions, nor is she taking any sort of accountability. In these next couple clips, coming to the end of this video, because this video is going to be too long, so I might actually have to do a part 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a part 2 actually, because there's so many other examples that I want to include, and I also want to include like some healthy comparisons. So yeah, as you've just seen, guys, clear as day, that was the mum's response. She's just been hella shady in her TikToks, making TikToks, indirecting her daughter, sending her daughter like weird threatening messages through other numbers, through private numbers or other family members. And it's just awful. Like, the mum hasn't no sort of accountability. Like, if you see that the last couple clips of the mum with the dog, if you look what it says on the shirt, it says I'm the child that still lives with the mother. So she's indirecting the daughter for moving out, implying that she only acted this way because she couldn't have control over her daughter anymore. And also the caption in the video with the racing car, where she says it's a nice day for a graduation. Like, what the hell? Like, what? And the only thing that the daughter's been showing and displaying is pure love. Pure love. And this is what the mother is displaying. Like, it's honestly so sad to see on the mother's behalf, on the daughter's behalf, because she doesn't deserve this, and the mother's being nothing but a big bully, and it's just being absolutely fucking childish. Like, what sort of mum actually behaves this way, and to now throw it and rub it in your daughter's face? Hell no. Hell no. Like, I wish you the best, in all your endeavours. You are thriving anyway. Continue thriving. And, yeah, nursing home for her. Straight to the nursing home for her. Like, she maybe then she could be making all the indirects on her bloody nursing home chair. Talking about, oh, graduation, I didn't come to it. Ha, 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 ha. Weird bitch. Like, sorry, I don't fucking condone that. My daughter didn't ask to be here. I hate when parents turn weird on their children. Like, what are you doing? Fix the fuck up and do better. Anyway, guys. I'm starting so bad because she's got me so annoyed. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna do a part 2, but we'll come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and yeah, she's none ever out this bitch.